Welcome back to another jazz video. My name is Michael Pham and I'm so excited to teach you guys today's lesson. Today we're going to learn how to modulate into any key. Major to major, minor to minor, major to minor, minor to major, it doesn't matter. And we're going to do it using the 251. Now you may have noticed my video format's a little different today. Here on the screen I have a spreadsheet that I created myself. I'm going to share it in the description and I want you to open it up and practice with everything you learned in this video. What it is essentially a modulation helper or guide. It gives you the starting key or the original key, your target key. It gives you all the diatonic chords of the respective key and all the chord notes of each chord in that scale. It also gives you the Roman numerals and down here some tips and tricks on how to modulate. Down here are some techniques and things to look out for when you want to modulate using 251s. So stuff like common chords between each key, common notes, chords that are pretty close to each other, and when all else fails, we always have rhythmic mirroring, which I've covered in a previous video. Now this tab here is the randomizer tab, meaning if I click enter in the cell, it gives me two random keys, and it auto-populates all the chords for that key. So pretty nifty. However, if you want to choose what key you start in and choose what key you go to, you can go to this choice tab. In this choice tab, let's say you want to start in G major, you want to go to E minor. Easy, boom, it's right there again. Auto-populates all the chords, all the chord notes, and you could change this as many times as you want. This last tab is called cheat sheet, and these are just suggestions on how to go from one key to another. For example, if we randomize it, here we are in E flat minor going to G major. If you have no idea what to do, you can look at this tab and say minor to major, E flat to G, it's up a major third. So minor to major, up a major third. We're going to use the 6th chord and go to the minor third chord. 6th chord going to the minor third. Great. Now that we've covered all parts of the sheet, a couple things to note. Some of these keys are labeled like D sharp / E flat. And what that means is they're enharmonic, meaning they're the exact same thing. D sharp is the same thing as E flat, meaning D sharp minor is the same as E flat minor. I've deliberately chosen the key that avoids double sharps, E sharp, which is just F, and B sharp, which is just C. Try to make it easier for everyone. The other thing to note is that minor keys, they're based off the harmonic minor scale as opposed to the natural minor scale. And the reason for that is because the minor 251 chord progression is built on the harmonic minor, meaning they use a natural 7. For example, let's go to C minor real quick. The 2 is this D minor 7 flat 5, but then we have this G7, which has a B natural in it. So because of that, all these minor scales are built on harmonic minor scales as opposed to natural minor scales. Excellent, cool. Now that we've established all the parts of the spreadsheet, let's jump into what we use it for and how to use it. The goal of this spreadsheet is to get you playing in different keys, to get you modulating into new keys. And it's essentially just a guide and a game, really. The point of the game is to start in this blue row here and try to smoothly transition to this red row using the 2 and the 5 chords, which I've highlighted in dark red and dark blue. Now there are a multitude of ways to modulate into any key, and today we're just going to focus on using the 251s. And so if you look at all these modulation rules, I mean, they're all catered towards the 251. Look for the 2 or 5 chord, look for common chords, common notes, stuff like that. All right, let's do some examples, yeah? All right, why don't we start with, let's start with something easy. Let's start with something like C major going to G major. according to our modulation rules, the first thing we need to do is check if the 2 or 5 chords of the new key are present in the original key. So if I scroll through these, I see that A minor 7 is in both keys. So C major and G major are actually really related. They also share C major 7, they share E minor 7, but this A minor 7 is going to be the strongest to transition to. All right, let's start in C major and use that A minor 7 to transition to G major. We'll start with a normal 2-5-1 in C major. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's try something else. Let's do B minor, go into E flat major. A little bit more distantly related. So again, we're going to look for the 2 or 5 chords of the new key in the original key, and I see that they're not present. Next up, we're going to check if other chords of the new key are present, and we see that, again, they don't share any keys. Checked 2 5-chord notes of the new key match any notes in the original key. Oh, I haven't updated this. This should look like this. All right, step 3. Check if any chords in the new key share notes with chords in the original key. And it looks like they should. Like D, G, C, G. Yeah, G maybe. But let's look for chords that are pretty close to each other. This F minor 7 is pretty close to this F sharp 7. I mean, they're off by a couple notes. What about other notes? What about this G major 7? This G major 7, this G minor 7. As you can see, they share the G, they share the D, and F, F sharp, B flat, B, they're pretty close. So let's start in B minor. When we hit this G major 7, we're going to play G minor 7 after that, and it's going to get us into E flat major. Pretty good. All right, let's keep going. Let's try another one. So this is minor to major. Let's try minor to minor. We'll go C minor to D minor. Yeah. First, we're gonna look for 2-5 chords. Not really. Check if other chords are present. Not really. And then check chords of new key shared notes. So this third one's pretty much saying, like, is there anything pretty close? This F minor 7 and this F major 7 are close. Let's see. This E flat major 7 and this E minor 7 flat 5 are pretty close. But this is a perfect example to go to this cheat sheet. So we're going to go minor to minor. C to D is up a whole step. And if we look at minor to minor, up a whole step, it recommends going from the 1 chord to the 2 chord. Going from C minor 7 to E minor 7 flat 5. And the reason is, I put the reason here, common notes. These chords share G and B flat. So 2 out of the 4 notes. So let's check it out. Again, we'll start with the minor 2-5-1. And now let's get to this E minor 7 flat 5. And we're in D minor. One more time, let's do it again. That second time I used some different voicings just to show that there are multiple ways to skin a cat. All right, let's move on to another one. How about F minor going to B flat minor? There she is. Okay, again, we're gonna look for the 2-5 chords. Nope, we're gonna look for other chords. And boom, look at that. The 6th chord in F minor is the same as the 3 chord in B flat minor. That means we can use that chord as a pivot chord to get to the new key. Okay. We're in F minor. Here we hit the D flat major 7. And we're in B flat minor. Let's see that again. Pretty good, pretty good. Just for kicks, let's go to the randomizer tab and let's test that out. So, I'll hit delete a couple times, randomize it. G major to F major. So we're going down the whole step. Again, we're gonna look for 2-5 chords. No, but G minor 7 is pretty close to G major 7. And C7 is pretty close to C major 7. So let's keep that in mind. Check just to see if the other chords of the new key are present. Let's see. Don't think so, but D minor 7 is pretty close to D7. So again, there are multiple ways to use 2-5-1s and common chords to get to new keys. This cheat sheet isn't gospel. Like, use it as a tool, but don't rely on it as a crutch and think that it's, you know, the only way to do something. Okay, the way I approach this, oh, no, check this out. A minor 7 is a common chord. Let's go with that. And we're in F major. Let's do it again. Let's change up the feel a little bit. Pretty fun, pretty fun. Let's do it one more time. I'm having a blast. I love doing this. Especially on this randomizer tab. Like, sometimes you get two keys that are so distantly related, and it's really a game or puzzle trying to figure it out. Okay, let's do this. D major, go into B flat minor. Again, we're gonna look for the 2-5 chords if they're present. They're not. We're gonna look for other chords if they're present. Doesn't look like it. Then we're going to look for close chords or similar chords. Let's see, this E minor 7 and this E flat minor 7, pretty close. G major 7, G flat major 7, also pretty close. Let's try going from E minor 7 to E flat minor 7. Alright, we've hit the E minor 7, and next I want to play the E flat minor 7. I've actually played E flat, E minor 9, so that includes this F sharp, which is also called G flat, meaning they have a common note in common. Duh. I've hit the E flat minor 7 now. Now I'm going to hit the 5 and then the 1. And I'm going to do that again without talking this time. Alright, I think that's a good place to stop. Again, this spreadsheet is going to be in the description. You can, it's a Google Sheet, so you can open it. I've set protections on it so you can't edit it. The only cells you can edit is this randomizer one, and then these two choices here. I hope you guys get some use out of this. I hope you learned something. I hope you feel comfortable modulating after practicing it for so many times. I mean, I've played with this spreadsheet for weeks now, all month actually, and I've been having a blast with it. I'm hoping to one day turn it into an app, which would be really cool. Okay, no PDFs, no practice PDFs today, but I have a whole spreadsheet for you guys in the description. So good luck playing, good luck practicing, good luck growing, learning stuff, learning new theory, techniques, jazz, and just becoming a better person and better musician. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.